This Jacksonville woman was approved for money to help pay the rent, but it never came.
They told me that they were going to pay it.
So the apartment complex actually sent her and her 4-year-old packing, and right now they don't have a roof over their heads.
So I was reached out to by a local state representative who basically told me Jayla Jackson was being punished for having gotten a job. She had been approved to receive assistance. 4 days later, they ended up revoking that initial approval. It got to the point where she ended up getting a final notice eviction on her door, but thankfully, because of our story,
a young mother and her 4-year-old daughter are less than an hour away from being put out on the street.
she was able to find a place to stay that night.
Real people and real stories. Watch.
Oh man, another painful eviction scene, y'all. Man, that's crazy, y'all. They just throw this stuff out like that. Whoa. Oh man.
Can't get it out of that
I cannot wait 15. I'm gonna be wearing the same shit.
He said it should be a turnaround by Thursday or Friday. You'll be able to get in and get
Thursday and Friday, I'm supposed to wear the same thing until Thursday and Friday. I'm supposed to wear the same underwear.
They said they gave you a notice on Friday.
They gave me no. Listen, if my phone wasn't dead, I will show you everything that I need to show you, officer. Literally, my phone is dead. I need my charger. I need all of that. I need my stuff.
I get it. I asked.
Yo, I'm not going nowhere. I am sorry to tell you that I'm not going nowhere.
What was your first name? I'm sorry.
Tennille. Yes.
Unfortunately,
I'm not going nowhere.
Trespassed. That being said,
trespass me because it's my clothes in there.
Right.
Throw my stuff out. If they will throw my shit out, I'll be fine and pick it up off the ground. No, okay, let them do the inventory and throw my shit out.
Right.
Well, I'm wait here till they done. I'm not leaving without my clothes. My daughter shit is in there. All that. No, I'm not
I hate to be.
You're not the best here. This is not your apartment.
No, what I'm saying is I hate to be the bad guy here.
Okay, but I'm not going nowhere.
My only obligation is to
I'm not going nowhere. I don't care. It's my stuff. I will go to jail. I need my clothes. I need my daughter clothes. I need all that. I don't know. I need my stuff. I don't care. No. When am I going to get it?
I don't know the exact
date. You don't even know.
Hey,
no, I'm not going to wear this thing.
Yeah, so what it sounds like is she was possibly staying with somebody, and it was told that she had to move at a certain day by a judge. She knew when she needed to be out by and have all her stuff out by. And it looks like she didn't take that serious. So now when they actually come here to remove her, it's like she's wanting her stuff, right? Think about it like this. Think about, you ever see somebody who is moving out their apartment and the stuff they don't want, they don't still clean out the apartment and they just leave all that junk there, and then it's left for the landlord to have to get hauled off? Well, it seems like this is the circumstance that we're in right here, where now, since she didn't remove her stuff at the designated time, now basically it's the landlord's discretion on what they do with it, right? It's just like when you find those storage units and then they're able to sell everything in the storage unit if you didn't come and get everything. Now she done left it in there because she no longer has access to the property. So everything within that property is now within the landlord's domain. And it seems like the landlord just doesn't even want to even deal with her at this point. And, she because I don't see her having a truck right here, right? So she probably has a lot of stuff in there, and she probably wants to continue within the coming weeks to just be able to come and go within that property like she still owns it and just get things at her own pace. But that's no longer an option. Y'all, before we get back into it, if you like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And also if you can hide.
I don't care. It's my stuff. I will go to jail. I need my clothes. I need my daughter clothes. I need all that. I don't know. I need my stuff. I don't care. No. When am I going to get it?
I don't know the exact
date. You don't even know.
Hey,
no, I'm not going to wear this thing.
Can I try and talk to you real quick? Hey, will you give me 30 seconds uninterrupted? 30 seconds. That's all I ask for.
Go ahead.
Okay. They have to inventory it from a legal standpoint.
Y'all think she's going to be able to discipline herself and not interrupt this guy within 30 seconds? I'm curious to know.
Okay. If they don't, they can be held liable. So they inventory it goes up to a lawyer. The lawyer then looks over your inventory of everything that's in your house. It comes back that they can release it to you, and they said that turnaround is normally 2 to 3 days. I said, so what? Thursday, Friday, it'll be open for her to get her stuff? They said yes. I said, come Thursday or Friday, you can come back here with an officer and get.
They can't throw not even a outfit out for you.
They said based on the way you're behaving, they don't want to let you in.
Because I've been real nice. Listen, I've been nice with these people, and the fact that no, I'm not. Because for when I asked them, could I get my stuff out, and they said no.
Hey,
that's when I said, okay,
you got a kid at home?
I'm gonna be like that because for one, Don't nobody buy my clothes. Don't nobody buy my food. Don't nobody do none of that.
Nobody's saying that. I'm
Okay,
saying,
so
hey,
let me be obligated to get my stuff. That is their apartment. Okay, let me get my shit out so I can leave.
Tennille,
I know. Tennille nothing. Tennille nothing.
Tennille, you have a kid, right? Is it?
Y'all took her.
Is
What
it?
you mean? Y'all took her.
Is all this shit worth going to jail over?
What the fuck? Yes, it is, because guess what? I don't have shit to fucking live for. I don't have shit. Let me get my stuff.
All right, well, we
Fuck.
can't.
No, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm not leaving. Let me get my stuff. Let me get my daughter clothes. Please do the right. You can't get it out of that.
Well, that's not going to help get your kids back. You saying that you don't have nothing to live for sounds very, you're teetering that edge that is probably going to make it impossible for them to ever come back. I wasn't planning on, like, that was just a one-off clip, but it looks like there's a part 2 to that. I already had some other stuff lined up, but we'll delve into part 2, see how it concludes, and then see if we still have time for the rest. But I actually think that this is a smart thing for the landlords because, sadly, people have made it to where landlords know that sometimes tenants can be very malicious. They can damage properties. I actually think I have a video lined up of some damaged property here. But yeah, they can damage properties. Or at the very least, I have one handy. Here, we can go to this just for some background while I'm talking. They'll damage properties like this. And
evicted tenant.
It's no wonder why they don't want them staying in their property or going back or having access to it, especially if they're not there. And especially just, having free reign access to just come and get your stuff and move at a pace when you already knew that you had to go. So that's the dilemma that landlords are in, because when people get evicted, they don't just say, okay, well, I ain't been paying. That's on me. I'm really coming out of this situation, still having money in my pocket, and I was able to stay somewhere for longer. They still treat it like they've been wronged in some way. And then they do malicious things like this to where it's like, and then they can't be held accountable afterwards either. It's insane. Let's go ahead and get in part 2 and see what that's looking like. Again, y'all, if you could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Helps out more than you know, and it really only takes a second.
I'm not leaving. Let me get my stuff. Let me get my daughter clothes. Please do the right thing. No, and you're not finna touch me either, because guess what?
Oh, no.
Hey,
what?
Tennille, stop.
No.
Stop. Tennille, stop. Tennille, don't resist.
I'm not resisting. I need my clothes.
That's silly as fuck.
Give me my clothes.
Stop.
Give me my clothes.
We cannot.
Give me my clothes.
You just choose to leave.
Can I get my clothes?
You cannot.
I have nothing to wear. Let go of me.
We're 10-4.
I have nothing to wear. Let go of me.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, are you gonna go?
With you, but
No, I don't have shit to wear. Give me my clothes. Give me my fucking clothes. Damn. Give me my stuff.
Hey, man.
Yes, you can.
Go ahead and restrain her before she start hitting other people's car. She's real close to that white car. And she doesn't seem like she has any control over her motor functions whatsoever.
This is my stuff. Yes, you can.
We legally
Give
can't
me
go
my
in
stuff.
there.
My daughter's shit is in there. All that. Give me my stuff.
Don't make
They should have been obligated. They could have been nice enough to be like, okay, when I asked real nicely, they could have said, yeah, this is what you want to see. Well, this is what you're going to get.
This is the attitude that
I don't
made it
care.
so
I
you
don't
can't
care.
go in there.
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
I have real animosity build up. Yes.
Are you gonna leave the property?
No.
Okay.
I need my clothes.
Yeah, well, you're not
I don't
getting
have
clothes
shit to
today.
wear. I'm not finna wear the same clothes until Thursday.
please.
Are you gonna give me some clothes until Thursday?
I don't.
Are you finna give me some clothes until Thursday?
I don't think my clothes fit you.
Okay.
So
therefore,
I can't give you this opportunity to leave and regroup.
I need my clothes.
Thursday or Friday.
So what am I supposed to wear? When I have my food in there, all of that shit. What the hell?
I can't answer that.
No,
for you,
okay. So what are you supposed to do? Yes, it's because it's my stuff.
And you're gonna get it Thursday or Friday.
So I'm supposed to be starving and have the same shit on.
So you're
especially the same underwear on.
So you're gonna go sit in jail and have to spend money to bail out and waste that money when you could go use it to buy clothes and groceries?
Use it what you mean. You let me get my clothes and I'll love to leave.
We literally cannot.
I would love to. Well, when they do the inventory, I'll leave and get my clothes.
That's not our option.
See, on face value, it actually sounds very reasonable, right? Like, yeah, she's gonna need her clothes, and if she had her food in there, and definitely, don't want to wear the same underwear over, really past another day, really, But what you got to understand is that she was probably already told when she needed to have her stuff out of there. And it sounds like she didn't take that serious. And she didn't really believe that this could happen. So when you put it in that context and you reframe the situation accurately, she's getting mad at everybody else, but really it just comes back to her and her negligence and negligence. Maybe that can also contribute to why you don't have your kids. And this, acting like this on camera, is not going to help the situation whatsoever. And you're about to end up in a much worse situation.
Well, I'll be standing right here for a few days.
It's literally not our option.
I'll be right here.
Tennille, please leave.
I
Please take this
need
opportunity to
my
leave.
clothes.
Like, we hate to be the bad guy, but
You don't have to
tying
be.
our hands.
You don't have
We
to.
do have to.
No,
We
you
have an
don't.
obligation.
Well, and I'm
Everybody.
obligated to get my stuff. It's my
Right,
clothes.
just
I
not
bought
today.
those things. So I'm not gonna
They're not
wait
keeping
Wednesday,
it from you,
Thursday,
though.
Friday. I have nothing to wear. I don't care about going into that crib, bro. I have somewhere else to go and I need to get my shit
So
to
can
go.
you go there for now?
No, because I have nothing to go to. What do you mean? This charger right here don't even work. My phone is dead. All that's inside. Literally, I need my stuff, man. You guys don't understand. You're not
I get
understanding.
it. We just have no.
Okay, can you go in there and get my stuff? Go in there and get my charger. Go in there and get my charger and my stuff. Okay? Go do that. If you can do that, go do that. And bring it right here. Bring it right here.
You don't have to.
Well, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Sure, I want to get.
I'm not leaving.
You literally can't be any more patient than that. You
Like,
literally can't be any more patient than that. They tried to do everything in their power for it not to end up that way that it ultimately ended up, which would actually be in her best interest. And she just couldn't let it go. She just couldn't move away. You're going to get it in a couple of days. Figure something else out. It's really just that.
I hate it. I gotta make a video even saying something like this because I just feel like this should be something that you shouldn't have to tell somebody. But so like right now I'm sitting here, I'm about to go in eviction court in a minute. I got an eviction to do today. Why the lady just pulled up beside me and have all her kids with her, and I'm like, okay, maybe the kid's sick or something. No, the kids aren't sick. They're fine. They're smiling, they're laughing, they're playing. She tells them, when we get in here, y'all better start crying so they don't put us out.
Are you serious?
Why would you put your kids through this? Like, why? I hate it. I gotta
See, this is what I'm talking about. Before we get in here, when we get in here, y'all better start crying. Or else. What is the or else? What if they don't start crying? What type of ish is this? Do they look like Leonardo DiCaprio to you? To where they can just start crying on command? What? You want them to dig back into a traumatic situation that you probably put them through in order to stir up those emotions so that they can ultimately make up for your shortcomings? That's what we're doing out here. And see, she heard that. Thank goodness she heard that. And I wish she would have recorded that, because that's abuse. There's no way around that. That's what we're doing to our kids. And your kids are going to remember that ultimately. Remember that they had to do that. Really think about this. She took all the pressure off herself to be able to solve their situation and be able to escape their circumstances. And she put all that pressure entirely on her children. Ideally, the pressure should be on the man. But a lot of the ladies are having kids with these men that they know aren't any good, and then they're choosing to leave, and then they're saying that they want to be single and that they want to do it on their own. But apparently you don't want to do it on your own, because you still have it in you where you want someone else to take responsibility. And since the man's not there, now the responsibility has been shifted on the child. And that is insane. And that, I bet you that happens more than we really know. And had she not heard it, it wouldn't have been brought to the light. And they'd have just had to live with that. And had they probably brought it up later in life, like Kirk Franklin, they would have they'll still get gaslit when they're adults, and it's just going to be, oh, I was doing the best I can. No, you wanted your kids to do the best they could in order to save you from a situation, and that's very unfair, and that's very negligent.
I never ever would have thought in a million years this man wasn't who he said he was.
This is the kitchen right here.
Latasha Crosty takes us through her dream apartment.
If you can't see from the mobile device, it says renters beware, woman scammed out of $2K and faces eviction.
That she spent 2 weeks furnishing, from the living room to the outdoors.
This is my patio furniture right here.
But then came a knock on the door from a woman who claimed Latasha didn't belong here.
She got a showing here at this apartment. I said, I live here. She said, no, there's nobody supposed to live here.
Turns out she gave a $1,000 deposit and another $1,000 for rent to a fake landlord who she found in a Facebook posting.
I gave him my...
That paper don't look official whatsoever. Did y'all see that paper?
Me and my...
And another $1,000 for...
Look at this paper. Let me blow this up. This was the whole lease right here. This is it. She thought that made sense. They didn't even fill up the whole page. They got it in bold. They don't even got it in the 12 font. They got it. They got it all in the 36 font, bold up top. It don't have no company name on there. They just got some stuff in some lines. Ma'am, how did you fall for this? See, now I gotta look at you, because this don't make no sense.
Rent to a fake landlord who she found in a Facebook posting.
I gave him me and my kids money, thinking we got a home.
This is so unusual because typically a rental scammer will post a fake ad, then take a deposit for an apartment they don't really own. It's pretty much unheard of for them to give the tenant a key and say, go ahead, move in.
She was scared. I mean, they've just told her that her home isn't hers and she doesn't have anywhere to go.
Neighbor Kyla Moulton, along with legal aid, are now trying to help Latasha stay. We called and visited the property management company, Fortune Vine Realty, but could not find anyone to talk. Now, 1 week after we first met Latasha,
I went to the door Saturday, the 26th.
she found this notice to leave the premises taped to her door. Latasha now worries she could be evicted any moment.
I never ever would have thought in a million years this man wasn't who he said he was. I never ever would have thought in
You know what? I gotta be a little bit more understanding though, because you know they do the scams on the elderly. She actually looks really good for her age, but when I saw her in that other clip, she kind of looked more her age. So she's elderly and she got scammed by somebody, and that's what happens a lot of times. So I can't really say that she didn't know what the document was like, because this happens all the time. You know, this is I saw a commercial about it's like a cybersecurity thing. It's something that helps with security so you don't get scammed. And it was a white lady on there. She was like, a Nigerian prince needs my help. So they get all type of scams ran on them that you're like, what? You're helping a prince in Nigeria? Are you serious? So, you know, she needs either her kids or her grandkids to be there so that, you know, things like this don't happen and they can help her maneuver in these situations, because it's not necessarily that they don't know how to handle their responsibilities. It's just that things have changed so much, technology. You know, she was probably happy to see some paper, because now you might have to go through a portal and DocuSign, and she may not be used to doing that, especially if the home she was in before this one she had been in for decades. She probably hadn't gone through the process in a while.
I'm literally sitting in the parking lot of Walmart. I've probably been sitting here about 20 minutes, just thinking, debating, like, the little money that I have that I made from a clean yesterday. Do I go in here and get the things that I need so my children can have clean clothes, so they can have a little bit of food? And get those things, or pay on my rent so we don't get evicted? Like what do you do? What do you do? I really don't know. Do I send my clothes? Do I send my kids to school in dirty clothes? Figure out how we're gonna eat, or be homeless? I mean, they all suck. But you know what? I keep making these videos because I know in a few months I'll get to look back at these videos and look how far I've came. Maybe we won't be homeless in a few months. Maybe something will get figured out. I did have an interview a few days ago. I'm waiting to hear back from that. That job doesn't start until November 3rd though, but I did apply. I talked to my child's resource center at his school, and I did apply for like a bus monitor in the time being. Maybe I can do that until that job starts. If I get that job, I hope and pray I do. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Sitting in my car debating whether I go in and get the things that my children need. And they've already told me that if I don't pay 2 months rent, which is what I'm behind, September and October, that I'll be evicted. They told me that yesterday. So I got an eviction notice yesterday. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I know it'll all work out though. It'll all work out.
Oh, well, there was no begging asked or anything. There was no begging or, what we typically see with these type of videos. My thing is, yeah, she doesn't even have a link or anything to donate on her page or anything. So here's the thing. It seems like she said she's looking for a job right now, and she's just kind of waiting for things to come through or waiting for it to happen. If you're going to come online and share that, because her post actually got a lot of engagement and even shares, but nobody knows where you live. That could have directly contributed to you getting a job immediately, because somebody could see that even if they don't live where you live. And I'm not saying put your address, but you could put your city and state, because you're in a desperate situation. It's either on the street or you figure this out. So just go ahead and say where you are. And then if somebody doesn't live there, odds are somebody knows somebody that lives there, has a family member. When you start, one person has connections to probably 100 people, and it only continues from there. So that could have been a way that somebody could have helped you in that. Or maybe even they could just give you some advice. Maybe they're somebody who helps people find jobs, or maybe they're a recruiter, anything. I think she should have just went ahead and said where she is. And then I think that could have helped that process. But yeah, I mean, it seems like she's trying, and it sounds like she's got something in the pipeline. Hopefully that comes through. But she's been late, so it looks like the eviction may be already in process. So she's probably gonna have to come up with everything if she wants to avoid it, and then she can't be late again after that, or else they're just gonna go straight with it. Y'all, we're going to leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you can hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller content creator, I actually get more points per hype than the average content creator. And then also Patreon link below if you want to see self-improvement content as well. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.